Excitement. Okay, let's see what all the excitement is about. Let's see who is here that could be a celebrity. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, it's a celebrity upstairs, guys. See how they're securing the scene? He's up there. He's up there. Guess who? Okay, I see the star. I don't know whether y'all can see him or not, but there he is right there. Right there. There he is. Yes. Hi. This is Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I've been here before. I'm having the spinach pesto wrap. And they come with a lot of different sauces, like 5 different sauces. But the one I like was the chipotle. But they have the Thai, they have the pesto, they have the chili sauce. They have those types, but my favorite was the chipotle. So it is the spinach feta cheese wrap. It was under $6. So whenever I go again, I may try it again. I wasn't big on it, but if I'm hungry, I would get it again. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably I'll give it a 6 on a scale of 1 to 6. But I was hungry, so I ate everything. I ate all of it. But guys, this is our little brunch right after the show. And here is my special guest. Here she is. Would you order that again?
I would.
Is it sweet or
I would. It's not too sweet, but yeah, it has a sweet taste. You know, pineapple is sweet. I don't think strawberries are really sweet, but pineapple is sweet.
Okay.
And they have white chocolate.
And the price is
And
good.
the price is good. Yeah.
Now,
And it's nice size.
yes, guys, if you order it like
it's a nice size.
a smoothie, and you buy, let's say you purchase a food product, that's $4.99. So you're spending like for both of these like $10. And my guest, she is going to tell us a little bit about herself and whatever she wants to talk about tonight.
Okay, well, let me just say first and foremost that today is March 15th, which is I can't say special, but it's just a day that's been etched in my life for 19 years. My son was actually murdered here in Atlanta on March 15, 2005. So today marks the 19th anniversary of my son's demise. And it's ironic, but Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, was in town today at Barnes & Noble's here in Atlanta. So I bought a ticket and I went to see Coach Prime. He wrote music and poetry, and he recorded music. We recorded rap. So I'm thankful to God that he had out a demo before he was murdered. He had a demo, and so I'm thankful to God because I have the demo. I have all. He had a lot of music. I went to the recording studio after he was murdered, got all his music, so I'm still able to hear his voice. And I'm so thankful to God that, when I want to hear his voice, I can hear his voice. I could just turn on his music, have it downloaded. Because back then it was CDs, we don't play CDs no more. But I downloaded them. onto a drive. I got them downloaded onto my laptop, so I can listen. Anytime I want, I can listen to his music. So I'm just glad that I got the opportunity to have a good day on this day and not be just sitting around and being sad. My daughter bought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers, colorful blue, yellow, pink. And when she came to my house to give them to me, I said, "What are these for?" I said, "Just because." She said, "Because that was your son." And I thought that was a beautiful gesture. And then she brought huge balloons that says one is a 1 and one is a 9, and some red balloons or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the 19th, and we're going to send them up in the sky when I get home.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just.
Are you doing it on the same day of his
murder? Same day of his murder. He was murdered on March 15th, 2005 at 1:30 in the afternoon at his residence. At his residence. Yes. Yes. So, and there's so many. It's black on black crime, which is so crazy. It's just so crazy that it happens too much and too often, and it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot being done about it. And I know that like when one of us is shot by a police officer, we are enraged. I'm enraged. We're all enraged, and we talk. We hear about it. It's on the news. But when it's us killing each other, I don't feel like we're as enraged. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like we're as enraged. And you barely.
But why is that?
I don't know. I really don't know. To me, I feel like in our community, we have been taught, like, growing up, what goes on in your house stays in your house. We've been taught that, and so in our community, we want to keep everything don't put stuff out there. But I don't agree with that, because you can't fix or come up with solutions if you want to try to hide stuff and sweep it under the rug, or we ain't supposed to talk about it out loud or talk about it in front of other people. Well, we're doing it in front of other people. I mean, it ain't that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that we got a lot of young black men out here killing each other. And if they ain't killing each other, they're killing other innocent people that are just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. And it's sad, and it needs to be talked about, and attention needs to be brought to it. And I think there needs to be a platform for those who have lost their loved ones due to black on black crime, especially like young black men or even young black girls that are getting murdered too. And a lot of times it's just because some of them are in the wrong place at the wrong time, and there needs to be a platform for that. And I intend to have a platform coming to you soon. So this is the book. Deion Sanders.
What's the name of it?
Elevate and Dominate. 21 Ways to Win on and off the field.
And what's the price?
I'm not really sure, but you can go to Amazon and you can order it. And the reason why I say I'm not really sure is because I purchased a ticket to get into the event. And with the price that I paid, the book came with it and a photo op. So I don't want to give the price that I paid because that might not be the correct price to get the book. But you can go to Amazon.com and get the book. Or there was another. But yeah, go to Amazon. I know Amazon has it. Coach Prime does business with Amazon, with Prime.
So this was an online purchase?
No. My book is not an online purchase.
Okay.
I got the book at the event at Barnes & Noble's, Cumberland. Okay. Barnes & Noble's, Cumberland. He was there. He signed it. My book's signed.
Wow.
He signed it.
That's nice.
So no, I didn't purchase it online. I'm telling for your viewers, they can go to Amazon.com and make a purchase. But I didn't purchase it online. I purchased a ticket to the his book signing event.
Thanks
his
for the
book tour.
clarification.
Yeah, so yeah, I purchased the. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. But let me put my book in my purse because I don't want to get messed up. So anyway, as I was saying, today is just, it's just ironic that he was going to be here in Atlanta on the March 15th, which, like I said, marks the 19th year of my son's demise. My son was actually murdered on March 15th, 2005. I wouldn't be watching football if it wasn't for my son. I mean, I started watching football because my son liked football. My son played football. So I became a NFL and an NBA fan. So I used to watch Deion Sanders and, all of them play. And I've just been following Deion Sanders for, he's got reality shows. So I follow his reality shows and his kids and stuff, and now they're in Colorado, and I follow them and I watch all the games, and so that's why I wanted to go and meet Coach Prime, get the book. Didn't really even realize when I purchased the ticket that the date, it didn't even, a light didn't go off in my mind that March 15th was that date. I wasn't thinking, actually my daughter brought it to my attention when I went to my daughter and said, I purchased a ticket, I'm going to go see Coach Prime. And it's on Friday. My daughter said, you know what Friday is? And I was like, what's Friday? And she said, March 15th. That's when Rosamond was murdered. And I was like, oh. Because that day has always been, I used to relive it. I used to relive what happened on that day 19 years ago, step by step, hour by hour. Which is unfortunate. My son was T.
What's the name of your platform?
North Media. And let me just tell you how it's spelled N dot period. No, N period, O period, R period, T period, HATE. Media. And it's abbreviation because my son told me, like I said, he was a recording artist, and so he went by that name. And he told me one day, he said to me, he said, Mom, do you know what North stands for? And I said, no. What's it stand for? And he said, never obtain rank through hate. And so, at that time I never thought, anything about it. But then once he was murdered, I remember my pastor mentioned it during my son's eulogy. He mentioned that, never obtain rank through hate. And people kept coming up to me saying, what was that again? What was that again? Never obtain rank through hate. And that is so important. Never obtain rank through hate. Because what that means is, and a lot of people ask me, well, what's that mean? Let me give you, here's a good example. When Donald Trump was running for president in 2016, and he was up on the stage, at every stage, and when his campaign, and he was spewing all kind of hate against the black community, the Latino community. But basically, he was trying to obtain rank through hate, and by hating people, throwing out slurs and this and that, and dog whistles, and and a lot of.
All of that happened? Wow.
Yeah, a lot of racist white folks like the way he talked. They like that hate because they don't like, they don't like black people. They're not all white people. It's not all white people, but a lot of them, they came from underneath the woodwork.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what he was doing. He was obtaining rank through hate. He used hate on a national platform to become the president of the United States. So that's what my son was saying, never obtain rank through hate. Now let's take that and apply it to the streets. Let's apply that to the streets where all these black boys are killing each other. Never obtain rank through hate. Because that's what they're doing. When they're shooting and killing, that's hate. It's not love. You know what I'm saying? That's hate. It's either jealousy, envy.
It's awful.
It's territorial. I own this block or whatever it is they do. I mean, you don't own nothing. You don't own no block. You don't own no street. You ain't getting. You know what I mean? but they're doing everything out of hate. What they're doing and killing and murdering each other is out of hate. It's out of
It's
hate.
awful.
It's out of hate.
That emotion is a bad emotion.
Yeah, it's out of hate. And see, my son's murder was by people he knew.
People he knew.
It was his roommate. His roommate set it up, and they were just. That's just, that's a small portion of my story, and what today means to me, and what I've been through, my journey in life. But you know what? I'm thankful. I'm blessed that God gave me 23 years with my son. I loved him to death. He loved me to death. I did any and everything for him. My mom and them said he was spoiled. If I would have known he was only going to be on this earth 23 years, he would have been more spoiled. But, I love him to death. I still love him. I mean, he's gone, but I still love him. He's still in my heart. And I keep him alive because, like, on days like this, I always post something on my Facebook page about it. I go do something to try to celebrate it, release blooms, something. On his birthday, I do something. So I keep him alive. He's alive in my heart. And I love him to death. And I'm just thankful to God that he gave me 23 years with him.
And you saw Coach Prime, and he's played baseball and football. Has he ever been a number 23? Did he ever have a number 23 on him?
No.
Okay.
Coach Prime wore,
Just curious
he
about
won
that.
21. His number was 21.
21, okay.
In the NFL. I think his number in college was 2. So
Okay.
his son Shador is a quarterback at University of Colorado. He wears number 20. No, he wears number 2.
Okay.
His dad's number that he wore in college.
Okay.
His other son, Shiloh, he's on defense. I think he's safety or corner or something like that. He wears 21. He wears his dad's number.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think he plays the same position that his dad plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he
Okay.
plays the same thing. So yeah, if it wasn't for my son, I would never even know anything about a Deion Sanders or football or anything else. I learned and came to love the game and all of that because of my beloved son. If I had a picture, you know when I got the thing in the car, maybe I'll give it to you. I have a thing.
Do you want to
hanging on-
share that?
No, maybe you
Okay.
can take a picture of it or something and add it on the video, but I have a picture. It hangs on my rearview mirror.
Okay,
It's a chain. It's
okay.
matter of fact, I was going to put that on. I forgot when I went.
Oh, that would have been nice.
But you can take a picture and add it onto the thing.
Okay, or you can go get it and.
No, I ain't going. I don't
Okay,
feel like running back out
Okay,
there.
she
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. My
She did a cameo today.
I don't feel like running
Okay.
back out there. I stood in a line, stood up for a long time. That line was a maze in
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. There was a lot of people there, and so I mean, you're supposed to start at 6. At 20 to 7, we were still in line. He was there. He had made it. He was in the house. But when he first got in there, he went in the back and started signing books real quick. And so, yeah.
Okay. Well, we thank you for taking the time. I'm sorry to hear about your son. Thanks for bringing awareness to this. And
Yeah, it's just, I'll say this. The awareness that I want to bring is, I'll say this. My son didn't have his biological father in his life. And I believe a lot of these young men that are out here on these streets, shooting and doing all this crazy stuff, selling drugs, whatever the case may be, have the same thing. The father is not in their life. And if they are in their life, they ain't a good father. They're doing whatever the heck they shouldn't be doing. They're into drugs and this, that, and the other. So my son actually just chose the wrong path and was hanging around the wrong people and doing some of the wrong stuff. I'm not saying that because my son wasn't an angel. You know, he didn't deserve to be murdered. Nobody deserves to be murdered. But, and I know that played a part because he just started acting out at some point. And that's what it was. It was that his biological, because I asked him at one point, I think he was about 17, he maybe 18 when I asked him, and you know, and I asked him, I said, is it, you know, I said, what is it? Because I knew he loved me to death, and I loved him to death. I was always there for him. I attended everything. I did everything. He was raised up in church and Sunday school and everything. But he said, I said, is it that your biological father is not in your life? And he broke down and he cried like a baby. And it hurt me to my heart.
Those kids need that because I'm gonna use my nephew, for example. When he's around his biological dad, he was totally different. Now that he don't have his biological father attention, it's like from night to day, you know.
And then
so I think
this too, though. There's a lot of women though, because you know I was married and so he had a stepdad, but for the majority of his life, I was a single mother, raised by myself. But I will say there are a lot of single mothers who have raised sons, and they didn't have that problem. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to say that the son didn't feel a certain type of way about the father, you know, not being right, but they didn't choose the wrong path. They still chose the right path and, you know, became productive citizens and have careers and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of them that don't.
okay.
There's too many that don't, and that's a problem.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you.